Warning, proceed with caution. The thoughts and views these individuals have or speak on are for entertainment only. The hosts of this podcast are from the streets and for the streets. Please consume responsibly.
All right, Pa La Calle, episode number 20.
Or is it?
We out here. What's up, y'all?
Que pedo. Fancy. I've been saying that word all weekend. Fancy. Get it? The song?
The Fuerza de Hit.
But it's funny. Fancy. Fancy Nancy. Anyway, hey guys, what's poppin'?
What up?
How's it going?
It's fantastic. Happy Monday. I've been trying to be super positive today.
Is it because it's Monday that you feel that way?
No, I
You're
just
trying to overdo it?
I just feel like it's so easy for us to be like, it's okay, or So ever since the morning, like I was like, I'm great.
Yeah, because we're telling the truth.
I showed up to the gym and stuff, and I'm like, oh,
How's that
how
going
are
for
you? Great. Good. My knee is in a lot of pain, but I don't know.
I told you to get that copper sleeve. It helps.
Yeah, I'm going to have to really wait to see if it's what I'm doing or I really have something. I mean, they told me, I've gone to the doctor and they told me that I have like a inflamed knee and it is like irritated and stuff. But I have to work it because if I don't work it, it's just going to get worse.
That's not how that works. I want
But-
you to know that. That's not how that works.
Yeah? You don't think so?
No. Remember how, like, we were talking a few weeks ago, you're like, your son's
But
finger was broken?
my knee's not broken.
Yeah, it's hurt.
It's been hurt over 5 years.
That doesn't mean that it's okay to work out
O
on
sea,
it.
ya supéralo, güey.
Like-
No.
Either chop it off or go to the doctor and be like,
Well,
I really need to know what's wrong with this knee.
Well, they did. They told me, like, I have runner's knee.
Never ran a day in her life. You got runner's knee? That's
I did. I ran a 3K and I did, which is only I know. You run a 3K.
Why do you do that?
You guys are laughing at me for only running a 3K.
Because you're unathletic.
Be careful. No, just kidding.
Hell no.
No, I am unathletic, but I did run a 3K. I was doing, what is it, CrossFit?
No, I know, but if you hurt your knee a long time ago and you never got it fixed, doesn't mean it's fixed now.
But there is no way to get it fixed.
Absolutely,
you just have to
there's
straighten.
ways.
You have to go to therapy, which I did, and then you have to straighten your core and work it a little bit more.
Strengthen your core.
And what I say?
Straighten?
And what I say?
Hoy pura paja.
Anyways, okay. So the point is that I gave it a rest, and every time I just start working out, it gets inflamed and aggravated again, and it's just in pain.
So that means you never fix a problem. It's like putting like your thumb into a sinking boat.
So what do I do?
You have to go to a specialist, and they're gonna probably have to recommend surgery to clean some. Maybe you have some cartilage in it that's messing it up, and you have to clean that out.
Oh, it just hurts. And
Or
it's
get
cracking.
a plasma shot.
It's cracking right now.
Yeah, that definitely. I feel like that definitely means you have something in there that's not supposed to be there. You remember falling as a kid or something like that when you hurt your knee really bad?
No, my knee started hurting after I did that 3K and the CrossFit. Like, that's when I messed it up. And ever since then, like, it just never got better. It just was bad. Like, now even walking too long or just my knee hurts.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's going good. He's making me do squats. He's making me do certain things. And my knees are just like, I can't. So I'm in a lot of pain. Like,
Knees
right now I
or
was
knee?
walking. Just one. My left knee. It really messes me up.
Yeah. Take
But
care of
even
that, man, because
the day that I was going to start working out, just the idea of going to the gym made my knee hurt. So then,
no, I can't work out no more.
so that's why I was like, is it a me thing?
Nah, you will be able.
You coming up with excuses?
Yeah.
Because I swear to Bob, my knee started to hurt the night before that I knew I was going to go to the gym. It started to hurt.
Like, no, please don't make me go.
Not again.
It started to hurt.
It is a mental thing, but it also, I feel like it is a knee thing too. Like,
So should I go? What do? I go to my regular doctor and be like, hey, my knee hurts?
You need to tell him to send you to a specialist. You know, that's how insurance works in America. You can't just go straight to the specialist.
Mm-hmm.
But I digress. You have to go there and be like, hey, it really hurts. I can't work out. I can't do nothing. I could only walk. And he's like, all right, we'll send you to specials. And then like they'll do like either a CAT scan or MRI on your knee. And it's crazy because like sometimes you hurt your knee, not even doing any. Like it might not have been the 3K. It might have just been like you walking, you kind of like felt different. My mom actually tore her meniscus.
My husband got surgery for a torn meniscus.
Yeah, but my mom like she doesn't like she just walks a lot, but like no, she tore her meniscus. Like
is she
randomly.
better?
Oh yeah, she got a long time ago, and she doesn't hurt as far as I know, it doesn't really hurt her.
You guys imagine if I have to get knee surgery? Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
Good content.
Who gets a mom body, but you can't get your knee fixed? That's crazy to me.
For the record, these were free. No, that's why they're
You should
like
trade
this.
off.
My dad said que yo soy la niña de la mala suerte. Like, you know, everything goes wrong with me. So I remember
Darwin.
when I had my when I had Isaac, I was like, Dad, I'm gonna go and get my boobs done. You know, now that I had my first kid and it's the only kid I'm having. And my dad's like, no, tienes tan mala suerte, hija, que vas a regresar y van a estar así. That's fucked up.
Boobs are gonna be like Shaq's eyes.
Dang, that's fucked up. Imagine, I'm 33 and I'm getting a knee no.
My mom was in her 40s.
How is that embarrassing?
Ay, qué pena. Like, come on, body, figure it out.
But that's not an old thing. I want you to know that knees get messed up.
I'm
My
not
brother-
even active.
My brother had a torn meniscus.
Was your brother
yeah,
athlete?
we're all athletes. The
But-
Gutierrez's are all athletes. No, but I'm telling you, my mom, she just heard it like it was an awkward turn and she tore her meniscus. It wasn't nothing crazy.
I'm embarrassed right now. I don't want to talk about this anymore. If I
Bad knees. Melissa's got bad knees. Your husband's like, I know.
Yo.
Shut up, fucker. Anyway, that was it. I'm doing and I already paid 2 months in advance. So for my
Sucker.
therapy, for my working out. So I'm just gonna have to tell him to go easy on the knee. You know, this guy's a bodybuilder. He's fucking all like piernas así de grandes las tiene, and I'm just like gonna be like, look, little old me, you just gotta give me cardio. I guess that's what I
Is there a
paid him
difference
for.
between
Cardio's bad for your knee, though.
Yeah.
See, I don't know where you guys are getting. I heard that I'm supposed to walk on it, not intense, but I have to do cardio because my knee is just not.
It's dumb. It's like, oh, the way I can fix my broken finger is by like
The thing is that
using it more.
the thing is that they told me I had runner's knee. So if you do research for runner's knee, it tells you have to build it back up. You do have to go
Obviously,
for walks.
though, that
You have
wasn't
to
it.
stretch. You have to.
How long ago was this 3K?
7 years ago.
And
no,
you still have knee
5,
problems?
5.
Even though you did everything they told you to do, that means it's not that.
No, because I haven't really been active. And like I remember
even
when
when
I
I-
got back in the gym when I was working out with the Kardashians trainer, my knee was okay.
Hey, you dropped that right there.
Weird flex, but okay.
I look the best. Insert picture here.
Who's trainer?
The Kardashians.
Oh, okay.
His name is
sorry.
Dom.
Dr.
Dom, I love you. I miss you. But when I was training with him, I was going 3 times a week. And I looked the best. My knees were okay. So I'm hopeful. I think it's the weights.
I honestly, there's 2, 3 things that I don't test with the body. My knees, my back, and my neck. If something's hurting, go take care of it because those are some of the hardest things to fix.
Yeah. No, you're right. I probably should go to the doctor and say, hey, look at this. Because the last time they're like, we can give you a steroid shot. I'm like, I don't want that. I want you to fucking fix it.
That works too, those steroid shots. I mean, it's not like you're going to get tested. And it's not the steroids you think. You're not going to be like, Arnold, I'm going to pump you up. No, it's not that kind of steroid.
Ay, qué chiste. Anyway. But yeah, that was me. I went back to the gym and I'm like walking a little funny because my knee really, really hurts. But I'm excited.
That counts as my second topic, by the way.
What?
We carried that one pretty good.
No! How was your guys' weekend?
Wednesday was cool.
Oh, that's right. You guys went out Wednesday and Juju's looking for the love of his life. Currently
you can't be
searching
saying
for
that,
her.
Because I feel like she's related to someone. I'm going to get in trouble. Like,
Hey, if she was a beautiful woman and they're like, oh, es mi
She
novia,
was.
o es mi vieja, it's like, hey, dude, kudos to you because she's gorgeous. At this point, we're just trying to find this mystic woman.
I feel like also like at this point I've
hyped her.
Don't get me wrong, beautiful girl.
Do you even know who he's talking about? I don't know.
Lit, so.
This guy
I don't even know if she exists.
No.
So
because Santa Rosa saw her, and so did J-Dubs.
So they went to an event on Wednesday. My face, if you remember what my face looked like on Monday.
If you don't, just look at a tomato. And you got the picture.
It looked like this.
Wait, product placement. I like that.
It looks like this.
Good for you, dude. That's clever.
So they went to an event, and Juju came back talking about this mystic, beautiful siren he saw. Pinche sirena, güey, que vio.
Yeah. So first and foremost, great event. We saw some great up and coming bands, even though they're kind of popular.
Yeah, they're pretty popping already.
Shout out Los Farmers, Edición Especial.
Bum 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 bum.
And the third one.
I thought you looked that one up.
We are farmers. Dun, 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 dun.
Nah, don't do that.
Anyway,
Are they called Los Farmers?
Those farmers.
In English? Los Farmers?
Yeah, with the Z at the end too.
This is
Right?
Boys,
They have a Z.
farmer boys.
yeah. Hold on, I'm looking it up right now.
Here your
Adrian
glasses.
El Santos, which they were good. They were just a little too lover boy for me. Like he was singing more heartbroken things. I'm not into that. But once the accordions came out, Los Farmers killed it. But anyways, beautiful. Obviously, it's Rancho Humilde. Shout out Jimmy Humilde. Beautiful women everywhere, and I mean everywhere. Like, mwah, chef's kiss. There was this one girl who was a light-skinned Latina. She had braces, straight blonde hair. She had like colored eyes. I can't remember if they were green or blue, but they were colored eyes for sure. I don't know if they're contacts or not, but they were colored eyes. And yeah, she had her body done, but she still looked amazing. And she was wearing like this long white, like I guess it's a skirt, right? Because it's not a dress. It dresses the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
A skirt, and it was like a knitted skirt, almost like a net type of thing.
Uh-huh.
You could see through. She was wearing her undies to beautiful, and she had this tube top that was pretty much just like the cover the boobs only, same material, and this like cool like I don't know, I can't remember if it was a fur coat, but it was like a khaki coat, and she was just beautiful. Like the moment she walked out, I was like, yo, she caught my eye from across the room, but like she wasn't a regular girl there. You know, girls like, oh man, I'm here, aren't you me that? Nah, she didn't take no pictures. She took pictures with people, but she wasn't like this, like making a reel. She was going in and out of the back building of the Humilde, so she had to be related or knows or is with someone there.
If you were at this event and you know the girl he's talking about, please let us know who she is. At this point, we just want to admire the beautiful woman that Juju's talking about. Because, o sea, pues, we don't know. She's married. Who maybe she probably belongs to someone. Está casada, or maybe she's like the kid, someone's kid.
You say it like that, it's creepy. Someone's child. No, it's even worse.
Daughter. A 20. How old does she look?
She was drinking, so at least 21.
Okay. And Vinny, you do not remember this girl?
No.
He was too busy.
I was networking.
That too.
I was networking. I was meeting all kinds of people.
Scott, nice to meet you.
No,
beer, nice to meet you.
I didn't drink beer though.
Hey, why'd you drink like that?
No, you know what? No, I was good at the event.
Yeah,
it was after. I should have went home. If somebody would have offered me a ride, I would have been like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna go home.
And he really does go out there to network. Like he introduced me to so many people. Santa Rosa did too, and J-Dubs. Like I'm new to this. I don't know anyone. I don't know nothing. So it's like, hey, by the way, have you met Juju? And he's on the show with Melissa, and then he's also on the podcast. They all said the same thing, and then I actually got recognized a couple times. That was dope.
Aye.
So
Oh my God, I did get recognized because somebody was like, you work with that one girl, the funny one.
Oh yeah, 10 to 3 is a good shift. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's what I said. No, the other one. Melissa, the podcast.
Juju's
She's like,
guy.
yeah. Just funny?
It's funny.
Yeah.
Somebody else said I was funny.
I feel like sometimes people just say shit to piss me off. Stranger.
Oh, they recognized you from me.
Yeah.
Damn.
They probably thought I was Juju.
You said you weren't going to say that, dog. You said you
I
were gonna tell
know,
that
but
story.
you know, it's content.
So, and you never saw the girl. So we don't know
Maybe
who
I
he's
did.
talking
Maybe I
about.
talked to her, but I don't honestly,
You
I don't
weren't
remember.
how you say?
No, like, I'm
Smitten?
telling you, she wasn't there to network. She was there because she was...
I know, but if she made such an impact on you, means that she was like just beautiful, stunning. And so the fact that everybody else, when you say this story,
Well,
is kind of
crazy.
like,
What's crazy is
what?
like there was like 5 other girls that fit that description, like wearing white, blonde hair, light skin, blue eyes.
bueno,
like,
se busca because we actually have done our research. If you know, when you leave an event, you're like, oh, este muchacho, this person, and you go on Instagram. Majority of the time, you find the person because you go into el tag, whoever they tagged, or the location. Like, you always find someone that was there who knows someone. We cannot find this girl at all.
I mean, I haven't done research, but maybe I should.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll find her.
I've seen recap videos the day after I was looking at people's stories. Like, yo, tell me the people that you guys were there with, and they were giving me names. I go to the Instagram.
I'm gonna go to the PR. Can you send me the list of all your invites?
Yeah. At this point, we gotta go check the cameras. We gotta scope out the scene.
Yeah.
There she is. Rewind
alright.
it. There she is. Well, Juju fell in love, and we're trying to find her.
I mean, my thing too, though, like the reason why I drank a good amount there too was because part of my networking was we want to go to the bar and then we talk at the bar.
It's true.
I did that a lot of times with a lot of people.
What time did you get home?
Ooh, it's a good question. I think my Uber said like 3.
Can we talk about how he called in sick to work the next day?
I know.
Sick.
I
mean, you don't do that often.
This was probably my 3rd time calling sick. I usually have a good excuse. This one was like, and I swear to God, I got up, I showered, I got dressed, I sat down, and I'm like, I can't do this drive.
Yeah, I was.
But honestly, like I was good. Like I remember I was good the whole time. It was just the event was over early, right? It was like 11 when it ended, or 10?
Little like 10. So I got home like at 11:45.
Everything ended at 10, but then they were still like giving us alcohol, and I was also talking to the mezcal people. It was networking, you know, I was just putting in work.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just remember they were like, "Hey, let's go." I don't even remember where we were at. I sent a picture, and we went to drink. I was being brave, so I thought I had more money than I did. I was buying rounds of drinks. It was a vibe. No, I had a good time though.
Was it worth it?
Yeah.
Good. That's all that matters.
I think it was I released a lot of demons. Not like that. Just like, you know, you let it out.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what I mean.
steam.
Yeah. And but I woke up, felt like shit, and then I just remember, I mean, this is the first time it affected me working.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why, at least for me, it was like kind of a wake up call, not really. You know? Like I'm thinking of like stopping or taking a break from drinking alcohol because
Un
of that.
aplauso. Good for you. That's like a big boy move to say like I'm not going to drink anymore, because it's not easy to not drink. Well, for a regular schmegler person, it's not easy to quit drinking, period, because you have events, holidays are coming up, football season, you know, a lot of
Well, I don't drink even on Sundays. Like
families
usually, so.
or parties and stuff,
Right.
you know, se juntan, toman. Sometimes you go for breakfast in the mornings, toman una cervecita. So especially in our culture, right? Like having a beer.
Oh,
2
yeah, no,
beers
drinking is so
is so
normalized.
cash.
Yeah.
So it's really hard. Now imagine for Vinny, who works in the industry, and he DJs, and the first thing they're like, do you want a bottle? Do you want a drink? Like, those are some of the first things they tell you when you walk up.
Yeah, the access is so easy and so different for, you know, people in the nightlife compared to regulars. So, because I mean, come on, we're doing open bar on a Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
Only in our industry do you really get that, right?
Right.
And then not to mention, I had the whole weekend where I had 2 DJ events and, you know, possible
Did
outings.
you drink on the weekend or no?
No, actually, it was my first alcohol-free weekend in a very long time. And it felt great. Like
Nice.
Thursday, I was recovering. Friday, I still kind of felt a little groggy. I actually stood in Friday because I was still like not feeling it.
Oh, I remember you told me that you maybe
I was
were
like,
gonna
I
go
could probably go out, and you know, I set some plans forward, and then I sat in my chair, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna stay in today. And I played video games all night with like my cousins and my brothers and my friends, so that was cool. And then I woke up Saturday, and I ended up being very productive, and I was like, yo, this is actually pretty cool, a productive Saturday morning. Because then by the time I finished doing everything I was doing and researching, I mean, Saturday, the rest of Saturday too, I had a DJ gig, but I chilled with family. And even at the DJ gig, they asked me like 5 times, "Hey, do you want a drink? Are you sure you don't want a drink?" They had a bottle behind the booth. Do you want a bottle? And I was like, "Nah, I'm good." I had two homegirls who came, and I gave them my drinks, and they had a good time, so that was cool. And I was able to drive home stress free, and woke up Sunday, and I was still productive, which was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I even sent y'all videos. I was fucking trying shit out because I was so bored. I was up early, and I'm like,
What am I supposed to do?
let me connect this mic to my phone and see if it works. And I sent you guys videos and just being productive. So it was cool. It felt nice to be productive on a weekend. Usually I'm not. Usually I'm like, be out at night, wake up with a slight hangover or maybe a big hangover, and I don't recover till like 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Then I shower, do it all over again at night, back to work. And then Monday, I don't even feel rested. Like today, I feel rested.
Yeah. Because you didn't drink all weekend.
Yeah.
Fresquecito como una lechuguita. I used to get home and like drink. I used to have a glass of wine as I would make dinner. When I did like the morning shows and stuff, I would get home, have a glass of wine. My husband would get home from work and we would have a drink. He calls this stiff drink. And I would have a glass of wine and we would cook. And then from a time back, o sea, like I just don't like to, I guess it's casually drinking, right?
Yeah.
Like just casual. I don't casually drink and I'm okay with that. At your tia's party, I had one sip of the drink and I was like, I'm okay. Like I'm okay being in places and not drinking. I went out to, remember when I quit drinking, I went out to an event. I didn't drink. Everyone was drinking. I had like a Sprite and cherries to make it look like I was drinking. I wasn't. I feel like it has to be a special event for me to drink now. O tengo que tener ganas.
Yeah.
Because of the way I feel after. Like, it does make me feel groggy or it does make me feel like, I don't know. I sometimes feel like I'm boring. Because my husband will be like, hey, I get home from work. He's like, do you want a drink? And let's go sit outside in the porch and have a little drink and talk. And I'm like, I don't want to drink. And I mean, we still go and talk, but we're just not on the same like vibe. A little bit.
I'm never going to stop drinking. I fucking love that shit. I don't drink a lot.
But like casually.
But I do. Like yesterday, I haven't drank in a cool minute, but yesterday I had 3 beers, caught a little buzz.
With 3 beers?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't drink as much as I used to. I used to like drink. We used to drink every back in pre-COVID, from Wednesday till Sunday night.
Yeah.
We are drinking because we have events. We're going out. Now, like on Thursday night when I went to the club, the gentleman's club, they had a bottle like Hennessy. Like, oh, do you guys want? I was like, no, I'm good. Like, oh, here's some drink tickets. Then go get. I was like, nah. We just literally, me and Teddy got like 2 just Coca-Colas, sodas, and a bunch of waters, and that's it. But then Sunday, I don't know why. Sunday I was walking on the market getting the meat, and I was like, I saw a 6-pack of Pacifico, and I was like, yeah. And then but like I said, none of us. I don't think none of us drink like that.
Yeah.
No. Like I've never gotten home and like, oh man, I need a drink. To me, soda's like that's my soda. That soda's my stiff drink. Like if I'm stressed out, like an ice cold soda or like a Coca-Cola in a foam cup with crushed ice. That's
key to your heart.
That's a stiff drink.
That's
my sister's here from Texas, and we went to my dad's house on his wife made chiles rellenos because my sister's in town, right? So we all got together at my dad's house on Saturday night after the basketball game. So we go, and my husband's like, I'm gonna stop by the liquor store to buy us some drinks. Nobody drank. Like he got there with a little Ciroc bottle and a little Casamigos, the little ones, and a Sprite and a squirt, to make a little mixed drink, just one. But to me, I'm like, ¿pa qué me voy a envenenar? Like, for one drink, it's not worth it. Like, why put it in my system for one fucking drink?
See, my thing though is like I'm a binger, and I realized that during pandemic, I'm a binge and it's 0 or 100 with me. What's up with you? Yeah, I'm a binger, so I think that's why I'm kind of like I need to take a break, because same thing too is that there's so many times where I've missed out on opportunities because I'm hungover. You know, and these are recent. I'm talking in the past month. I mean, shit, I remember shout out to FIFA. FIFA hit me up one morning and was blowing up my phone, and I was too hungover to answer.
What the fuck do you want?
And I was like, why is it? So and by the time I was up and functioning, it was like probably like 6 p.m. And he was like, oh, bro, I was calling you. They surprised me with the free for playoff tickets to the LAFC game. I'll see if you wanted to go, but I already gave them out. And I was like, oh, shit.
Damn.
Like shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like I always get hit up for things like that. And half the time I don't go or I don't show up because I'm hungover.
What did you say? You're a binger?
Yeah.
And I'm an extremist?
Yeah.
Is that what you said about me today during
you're an extremist.
lunch?
Take it easy.
Well, she's an extremist as in like
just randomly,
like
I'll
randomly,
be like, I'm not eating meat anymore.
I'm quitting
And then-
everything,
Melissa,
you know, like
Melissa special.
And he said that, and I looked at him like, because he's like, she's an extremist. Like, I'm not drinking any more coffee for a month and shit like that. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like
So
me.
2 days in, she's like, can I smell it? And 3 days in, she's like, just give me some of yours. I didn't buy it.
yeah.
And you are a binge, but you are like like once you start,
Yeah, no, and
unless you decide to stop.
no,
Yeah,
and honestly though, like I know there's alcoholism that runs in my blood. So, and I think it's in a lot of Latino families. I think that's been a normalized thing. So, I mean, and my thing is after this weekend, I kind of realized like, fuck, I don't want to lose out on opportunities because I'm hungover. That's not even a good excuse. Like I get mad at people if they don't give me like a solid enough excuse to not do something. And being hungover, it shouldn't be one of them. And even for me to miss work, like, and I was even laying in bed. And I mean, I know for a lot of people who've probably been in radio for a long time or whatever, it's like, oh, it's just one shift. But even then, it's like, fuck, like I've been dreaming of doing this and I missed it because I fucking turned up too much.
Yeah, and it's not so much that you missed the shift. Like that happens. You know, things happen, but it's why you missed the shift. That's what's like, oh.
Yeah.
I think I haven't been blackout drunk since a little bit after the pandemic. Like even like the baptism, I drank a lot, but I wasn't to the point where I'm just keep like. Usually the excuse is like, oh, well, I'm home, so I'm just gonna black out here. But no, I like to think, but it's the same thing. Like, yeah, because I'm afraid of addiction. That's why I don't even take pills too often. Like,
I like that you guys think that because I feel like a lot of times we don't take that into consideration. Like with my kid, like I've had those conversations. He's only 13, but I have had those conversations with him of, hey, I don't know where I heard, but I heard like, you know, when you tell your kids like, oh, drugs are bad for you or, you know, whatever, but you don't tell them drugs make you feel good. That's why they're so bad for you, because getting high makes you feel good, or alcohol is really bad for you because it makes you forget, or it feels great. So this is why it's bad for you. So I don't know where I heard it, but I have those conversations with my 13-year-old. But attached to that I tell him, you also are more prone to be an addict because addiction runs in our family. So just know that you're going to feel really good if you get high, and you're most likely going to get hooked on it. Whereas maybe your friends, addiction doesn't run in their family. And so they're going to be like, oh, this feels great. Okay, I'm done. And it's easier for them to just cut it out, you know? Mm-hmm. So I think that that's like super important that you said that. It's like important to know yourself and then know where you come from and know the habits, because again, for, you know, me, it's like mental health runs deep in my family too. So it's kind of like, okay, maybe you think that you're just drinking with your friends, but mental health is not one of the strong points in our family. So you're more likely to get hooked on something that makes you forget about your problems or the sadness that you feel inside, because we suffer from depression and anxiety. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like for you to say that, like, yeah, you know, I see this shit, and even something as small, because it is small, you have sick days.
Yeah.
You have sick days. It's not like, oh my God, it wasn't a big deal. You got a little drunk and you're like, I don't feel good, because it's true. You just didn't feel good.
And it happens.
And it happens to a lot of people. Me pasé de verga. And then that was it. But for you to be like, it's deeper than that.
Yeah.
Or if I allow it, it'll get deeper.
Yeah.
So I think like that's huge. Un aplauso. Look at him growing up.
Chill out.
Quiere llorar.
Be a little baby.
All that to say, though, I'm still not going to stop drinking. But nah.
I mean, I'm not stopping. I'm just taking a break, and I think I'm going to just make smarter decisions.
I think it's one of the
Pick and
generational curses that we're breaking, because it's like that. Now that I look at it, I look at my cousins, and a lot of us don't do that. Whereas in my I have uncles, aunts who like, I had an aunt who unfortunately passed away from drinking too much. Like her body literally gave out on her. She passed away. I have an uncle who like, he wakes up, drinks, and doesn't stop drinking until he goes to sleep. Like that's what puts him to sleep. And then I see my cousins, and we're like, I guess because we've seen that, we're like, nah, we don't want that. Look, that's wrong. We know how to party, and we can drink, but we don't often. Like, you know, like the same thing. Like we don't do it every day. It has to be a special occasion and stuff like that. Because why? If you start doing it every day, it's like, oh, well, one more's not going to kill us. One more is not going to do that. So, like I said, that's why even when it comes to pills, I have to be like in some extreme pain for me to take pills, because I know like if it makes me feel good, so I'm going to keep doing it. Now, so like, and I hurt my back a lot, and I have a lot of leftover like ibuprofens, because I try like, unless it hurts really, really bad, I'll try not to like.
Yeah. And I think that's why I'm also an extremist, because I don't want to think of me getting addicted to anything. Like, there was a time where I would smoke cigarettes, and I caught myself having one, and then I caught myself having 2 a day, then I caught myself having 3 a day, and it got to the point where I was having 5 cigarettes a day. 1 in the morning on my way to work, 1 during break, 1 during lunch, 1 at night, and 1 before bed. And I was just like, okay, no, I can't do this. So then I stopped buying them, and I just cut cold turkey, and just other habits in my life, like the whole drinking. If I find myself drinking too much, or, I got home from work, I'm going to have a drink, I'm just like, no, or if I feel too dependent on coffee, no, I'm just going to quit. I just want to make sure that I can stop whenever I want to. So maybe that's why you're doing it too, Vin, because you're like, I just want to be able to say, I'm not doing it right now, and not doing it. Kind of grabbing your power back.
No, for me, it's not really that. Because I've honestly have always had a time in my life where I'm drinking.
Like, nah, it's not that.
No, because we're different, I think. So, because even then, like when I drink, I'm also a different person, and I've seen it and I've noticed it, or I've had other people tell me. So that's like, I don't want that to get in the way of me getting to where I want to get to. You know, so it comes with a lot. There's a lot. So.
Oh, you're a different person?
Yeah.
But we're all different people when we drink. All of us. Don't think
I don't know.
want to
Nobody's perfect, but
no, I'm trying to think of who I am.
Like, yeah, but we're all different. Like we're all different. We're all
generally, I know I'm a great time. People always have fun, but then once I get over the top, that's when like fucking Mr. Hyde comes out.
Yeah.
You know?
Like evil.
I start talking shit. I'm very blunt. Like, cause I mean, I'm pretty blunt for the most part. Like as regular, I speak my mind a lot, but I speak it even more. And sometimes there's even shit that I don't even like.
Te pones pesado.
I don't even know why, but I go that route.
Oh, Juju, you've witnessed it. Is that what you're saying? Yes?
No, I mean, that's a good way to put it.
Oh. Damn. I thought, remember? Well, because you're like, everything that happened before this, so that's what I'm saying. You witnessed it. Is it that que se pone like pesado? Like just.
Not pesado. Damn, I don't know if pesado is the right word, but for lack of better words, yeah. Where it's like, oh, by the way, and then it's just like, you see him like, oh, okay. It's nothing like, he's not trying to fight you. He's not trying to swing at you. He's not trying to make you feel bad.
It's just pesado. Like, you're just like a lot.
Like last time I went to a tailgate, I got fucked up and I was trying to fight people.
It's like, no, yeah.
Shit like that.
It is that time. SDL Pros.
You gotta stop doing that. It makes it hard to.
Right here? Or is it right here? Or is it right here? Damn, that's messed up.
I'm cutting all that out. I'm cutting all that out.
Really hard.
No, I want them here.
SDL Pros. Visit them at SDL Pros.
Oh, yeah?
SDL.com or at the Instagram at SDL Pros.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't fuck with the editor. It's like fucking around with your barber.
We're just gonna have a mustache the whole show. Everyone talking about she has curly hair.
This is an important part of our show. Our sponsor, Juju.
Yeah. SDL Pros, SDLPros.com, SDL.com. This is, oh man, Swift, we love you guys. Any of your party needs, hit up SDL. I promise you, you will not regret it. The best sound, the best lighting. It, to me, is the most important thing. It sets the whole mood. Like if you come into a room where it's just lit like this with a couple of uplights, and the DJ has a janky system and he doesn't know how to.
Are you describing my setup this past weekend?
And like a wired mic that's loose and stuff like that. I promise you, it's the last thing you want to worry about, and it's the last thing you should worry about. It sets the whole mood, and they are the best at what they do. Whatever you need, party-wise, and even if you need other stuff, they will find it for you.
I really like the variety in las fiestas que hacen. I've seen it from being something like a school dance to being a quinceañera, a wedding. Entonces, a lot of times you have to play, different crowds require different music, right? Entonces, for them to know the vibe y set up the ambiente is huge. So don't.
And their DJs are really great at reading a room. Like they'll play something and say, "Oh, this works," and like again, the variety is crazy. Like from country to hip hop to pop to reggaeton to classical music. We've had requests for K-pop. We've had requests for like bluegrass, and we'll find it. We'll play it. We'll set up a great playlist for you because that's what they do. SDLPros.com and at SDL Pros. I didn't do that.
You're not gonna be in frame.
Oh man.
See, like these conversations concern me a little bit because like right now I just said, oh yeah, I used to like smoke and stuff, and I try to be as open as possible, but here's a concern. My kids.
Mm-hmm.
How much access do my children have to these things that I say?
I think everyone has access to everything if they looked for it.
So like I don't know how much to share, how much like to.
I mean, I think it's a good thing.
Like I even lie about my job. Because like for example, sorry, it's just because I said that out loud and now I'm like thinking back like, should I have not shared that? Like if I share it on the radio or something like that, I feel like it's more like, okay, it's gone. If they didn't hear it on air, it's gone. Where this is like, it's going to be here. So really quick, on Saturday, my kids had a basketball game at 5 p.m. After the basketball game, I ran to my dad's house. I was there for about 2 hours. And then like at 8:30, I took Mateo, my little one, to a play date with one of the moms from the kids from school. And there's a couple of moms who get together and do play dates. And there's this one mom, which I feel really bad. I haven't responded to her. But because when I met her, she goes, "You look familiar. Like, I feel like I've seen you before. Like, I know you." And by the end of us talking and stuff, she goes, "I know where I've seen you. I've seen you on TikTok. Like you work for a radio station." So she knew who I was. And then after that, she's like, "Oh yeah, like let's exchange info. You know, the boys like playing with each other." She's hit me up numerous times so the boys can like meet up and hang out. And I haven't responded to her because she knows who I am.
That's going to happen.
And that really like, I don't.
But you can't want to be famous and then expect
I don't
that not
want
to happen.
her. I don't want anybody like at my kid's school. Like maybe it's like a couple people, but if they do know who I am or where I work, I just steer away from them. And so with this play date, right, we were talking and the mom was talking about her job and stuff like that. And she goes, "What do you do?" And I told her, "Oh, I work in Burbank. I do production for a radio station." And she goes, "Oh, okay. What time do you work?" And I told her 3 to 7. And if they ask for more info, I usually say, "Oh, I do like commercials and stuff." But I hardly ever say I am a radio personality or I work on the radio or I do like people who know is because they found me, they recognize me sometimes, but I don't tell anybody.
That's weird. Not weird, but weird, if that makes any sense. Like,
and I
lack of better words.
I feel like a lot of some people might take it as I'm ashamed or I'm not. Like, I'm really happy. I love my job. I'm not. I just feel like they're two different people. The mom and then meat. I'm
But you're
living a
both.
lie. Huh?
But you're doing both. I mean, shit, it's bound to happen. Especially since you want growth and you want more fame, and like even when it comes to like being on TV and stuff.
I don't even think it's about fame.
It's gonna happen
it's
more.
This is what you want to do. This is what you want to do.
Yeah,
and so it's gonna come with it.
That's always what comes with it.
You have to accept it, and it's just like I think. I don't know. It's weird. I don't like using the word weird because it's not weird.
I wonder how Kim Kardashian and Megan Fox do it.
Validate. Well, I mean, I don't know. I saw a clip going around Instagram where it's like they asked the oldest daughter, North, right? So North is the oldest daughter.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, how do you feel about what your mom does? She's like, what does she do?
Like they don't know.
Yeah, and I mean,
not yet.
There's and again, that's gonna be a whole discovery process for them because she came about differently. But it's just, hey, I think being open and honest, and you don't have to tell people where you work. You don't have to. That's your prerogative. But I think just as long as you're honest with your kids, even about like the whole smoking and like, hey, I did smoke, I did, and
but I think that there's an age for that.
Oh yeah,
they're at that age right now.
Don't tell Mateo.
Oh yeah, not the little one, but
yeah, I don't think that 13 is the age. I feel like I know my kids, so it's kind of like I feel at a given time I can open up and tell them based on their maturity and based on their growth.
I think 13 is a huge turning point, especially for boys. And now that they're gonna go to high school, they're gonna be exposed to 17-year-olds.
Yeah,
people who are almost 18. And that's a whole nother monster. So, and I think you got to prep them for that.
And I think my dad, he said this a couple times, but it's like, it's not that I don't trust you. It's I don't trust the people around you. I don't trust the world.
Yeah.
So, of course, you know your kids. And yeah, it's not about but it's like you had to understand that you're not going to be there the whole time. And it's going to be like, hey, you had to prepare them. So when it comes to that decision, it's like, well, at least my mom talked to me. And again,
well, I do have conversations, right? I have conversations with them. We talk about addiction. We talk about the things I've tried. We talk about, but do they know that their mom was an active smoker? Do you know there's certain things that they don't need to know yet? Like, and I don't need to expose them to, but my social media is a really, really big thing. Like, a lot of people recognize me from social. And so I'm kind of like, oh, and I'm in there with fishnets and bathing suits. And, that's who I am. It's part of my social media persona, but then I get really like shy and I hate that certain people like recognize me at my kids' school. I hate the idea of kids talking about it to my children.
Well, you can't have both.
So should I just stop posting? But yeah, I do lie.
Good job at the post office.
She asked me, what do you do? And I was like, oh, I do production. I mean, it wasn't like a full-on lie, but I just didn't tell her.
But you lied and now you're ignoring her.
No, I ignored the other one.
Oh.
But and then see now this is where you're gonna get caught up is someone always gets caught up in the line. This is gonna be you because they're all gonna talk.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah. And then she'll be like, well, why did you feel you had to undersell it to me? Like.
And I guarantee there's a lot of parents who know who the fuck you are.
Yes, there definitely
I guarantee
is.
they all talk.
But I don't talk to them. Like I don't talk to anyone.
That's fine. They all talk amongst each other. And then when it comes to you, like, oh, I don't do much.
And you try to lie about it, then it's just like that makes you seem like a fake person. That makes you seem fake.
Yep.
Like, damn, girl, you don't lie to my face. Like, I know who you are. I know what you do.
But why do I have to tell you?
Because that's just how people are. That's just the
I don't have to
microcosm
tell you
of the human
what I do.
Race.
I just, I work.
And again, it's not your prerogative, but like, I feel like once you had to approach it as in when they come to ask you what you do, they already know.
Yeah.
Like, oh, did you hear such and such mom works for the radio? I'm like, yeah, I've seen it. So you had to assume that
they already know.
They already know. So when you lie, it just makes you look like a bad person.
Yeah.
You look like an asshole.
I am. I don't know. It's something that I've struggled with for a really long time, but I lie about where I work. Can I just be regular and work at a bank? No.
You can.
Be careful.
I want someone to get you a job there, actually. Yeah. So.
No, I just don't want anyone to know. That's all.
But that's not going to happen, so.
Like, I saw your TikToks, and I'm like, I listened to you the other day. I'm like,
Yeah, and it's happened to me through you. Like, you're like, oh, you work with Melissa? And it's like, yeah. It's like, dude, you should really see her. She's not that.
Yo.
But it's not, no, it's like.
Wait, what? What did they say about me?
People are like, guys drooling over you on like, oh, I seen her Instagram, and oh my God. And I'm like, yeah, dude. Nah, no, but it's just like, and it is like, oh, cool, like, all right, dog, be respectful, like, be careful.
Yeah.
But it's just like, yeah, that's gonna happen. Like, people know who you are, bro. Like,
yeah, I guess so.
And I think owning it is the best thing, because it's like, if you don't own it and then you still do it, it's like,
what do I say? Okay, let's practice.
How old are those moms over there?
Like normal moms, like
40s.
Something.
That's most of our viewers.
I know.
So chances are they watch.
But it's just like,
just like, accept it.
What do you do? Oh, I work in radio in Burbank. Oh,
it makes me, it's hard for me. The questions that come after, I feel really uncomfortable. Today, Vinny said something about like, what was it? Esa cosa, what do you call it?
Imposter syndrome?
Imposter syndrome. So maybe that is a little bit of it, like where I kind of feel, I know a lot of questions come from when it's not just I work in radio and then that's the end of the conversation. That's the beginning of the conversation, because everyone's so intrigued. Granted, I understand everyone wants to know details and have you ever met anyone famous, and they're great conversations. I just feel like, out of respect for my children and to not put myself out there, or
I mean, that's not imposter syndrome, but
I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. I want to have like a different personality. Like, I want to be someone different.
Well, yeah, you're trying to live a life that you can't live. Yeah. Especially nowadays. Like, maybe back in the day you could get away with that, but now with social media, like, you'll pop up with people's algorithms just because you're in the area.
This happened to me when Chewbacca. Remember, I told you guys that Chewie got a dog pregnant. The lady that I was, her dog, his girlfriend. I one time went to her house to go see the puppies. She goes, "Oh my God, you popped up in my algorithm. I didn't know you were famous. Like, I didn't know." And I was like, "Oh no,
you can't have both. I'm sorry." You got to sit back and just make peace with it.
So what do I say? Like, oh yeah, I make TikToks.
Be honest.
Yeah.
I'm an influencer. Whatever. Just keep it simple.
Okay. Does me being an influencer take me being a mom? Like, I feel like I can't be both. Or I feel like maybe I'm a bad mom for being an influencer.
I think it normalizes you when you tell somebody that, oh yeah, I'm an influencer, but you're
just thinking that old way of thinking. Like, you're thinking like our parents right now, where it's like, oh, I don't work a regular schmegular blue collar job, so something's wrong with me. Like, of course, like growing up, like, I've had that issue with my dad where he's like, dude, you need to get a job and you need to have benefits and you need to work a 9 to 5, and that's just the way we are built, because that's what we do. But it's just like, I'm not built that way. I could never make it in an office 24/7. Like, if that was my whole job, just being in an office, I would not make it.
And honestly, with the amount of influencers in this world, this is a whole new normal.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's going to run into somebody who's an influencer.
That's what's holding you back.
Whether they admit it or not. But even then, you don't even got to call yourself an influencer. You're a radio host first.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep it at that.
And I think it is you're afraid of this, like, an influencer, like
I don't come, like, even with me, like, I don't come out and say, oh, I'm a DJ. I just come out, talk to whoever, and if they ask, I'm like, oh, I'm a DJ. I DJ on the radio, I DJ at night. That's it.
Oh, that makes me feel so embarrassed.
Like, honestly, and even during I think pandemic was a game changer for me. I made that peace with myself that I'm not gonna live a normal life. That my hours aren't gonna be normal. That my relationships aren't going to be normal. My friendships, my family, the people I meet, none of that is going to be normal. And every conversation I'm ever going to have with somebody is not going to be normal. I made that peace. And even
but
telling
I am really normal.
No, like,
you are, but you're not. It's not that you're not normal. You just don't do you're not doing a traditional job. Yeah. It's not even weird or normal, this and that. It's just not a traditional job.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what do you do? Oh, I'm a receptionist, or I work at a dentist's office, or I work for a law firm, or I work as a cop or a post office. Traditional blue-collar jobs. Nothing wrong with that. We need that in this world. But we also need creatives in this world. That's it's a balance.
Like, it's like being in entertainment, it's a whole nother monster, but it doesn't take a normal person to do that. Always. Plus, you're like the escape for some people. So a lot of people live vicariously through you, and that's nothing to be ashamed of.
And it's cool seeing their eyes light up with like, oh yeah, you met this. Oh my god, you met this person. And it's just like, it is a weird feeling. Like, damn, that's a normal person to me. Oh my god! And again, it happens through you. Oh my god, you know Melissa Rios. Da, da, da.
Like I'm a normal person. Like, and I
Not saying
don't
you're
like the
abnormal,
feeling of them seeing it. It is like they do look at you abnormal.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you say you work in radio, you become no longer normal. You became a like, and I know it maybe to like I've gotten some backlash before in the past for saying this. So if you're watching this and you're like, Melissa's ungrateful or she's, I get it. But it's something that I've struggled with since I started, because as soon as you say you're in radio or you work in the industry, you stop being normal. What car are you driving? Where do you live? What are you doing here?
Why do you want to be normal?
You're shopping here.
But you're thinking of you.
But I am.
You get into your head too much.
But I am normal. I'm at my kid's school. I'm a normal mom. I'm sitting here. But so much comes attached to it that I can't be normal when someone knows. Like,
but why is that a bad thing though?
Because then they start looking at, do you know what I mean? Like sometimes I'm eating and like if you recognize me and you come up to me and say hi, I'm like, oh great, hi, how are you? We talk. But there's been instances where I'm sitting down, eating, yelling at the kids, whatever. And then I leave and then I get a message and it's like, oh, I saw you at the fair or I saw you at this place. And it's like, you were watching me. And then I feel like, you know.
That's a good thing.
That comes with territory too.
Not only that, but it's a good thing because now you're showing people like, oh my god, she is a normal person. She has everyday problems. Like sometimes people see us in the radio and it's like, oh, you must be living on this cloud and driving this fancy car and rubbing elbows with billionaires and, you know, nothing's a problem to you. Where it's like, actually, it's the complete opposite. Like, actually, I'm overdrawn right now and like I'm driving a bucket, but I make it work. And it's just like, oh shit, you do have problems. This is kind of why we're doing this though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like we want to show people our authentic selves, and that's just, again, what comes with the territory.
So I do show them my authentic self. It's the people at my kid's school who I don't.
But it's going to happen.
Yeah,
and it's even going to happen even more next year when they're in high school and stuff.
Oh my God, I'm dreading that. I'm dreading it. Imagine the kids at my kid's school when they find out who I am, if they find the podcast. Oh man.
Hey, also, tell your kids to use it for clout. Fuck it.
Yeah. You have to teach them that, hey, this is what I do and this is a normal thing. Because what's going to happen is if you do try to hide this, you try to live this double life, kids are fucking brutal. They are brutal. So if you're trying to hide something for your kid, it's going to come out, especially in high school. High school kids are the fucking worst. Like, we're not in high school, but we're in high school, you know, we joke around too much. We always cross the line. We're bullies sometimes. Like, it's just, and it's going to come up. It's going to come up and it's like, oh, look, I found your mom. Da, da, da.
Yeah, especially with digital bullying.
And if he has to be caught off guard on it, that's what makes it worse.
Yeah. At least now they'll be prepped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he's kind of, doesn't he tell me like, oh, mom, you're wearing that? It's like, yeah, son, this is my body. I am a woman and I have to express myself. You have to teach him acceptance of that because, again,
acceptance of me. I have to teach him to accept me, but I also have to accept me.
Yeah. And if you don't do it for yourself, at least do it for him. Because again, it's going to come out and it's going to be fucking horrible when it comes out and he's like caught off guard.
Damn, especially blindsided. That's the worst.
But blindsided about what? He's seen my Instagram. He sees my YouTube. He doesn't watch our YouTube, but he knows I have a podcast. He knows I work for a radio station. He's seen my Instagram. I don't have like the secret, fucking OnlyFans. Yeah. No.
Mm-hmm.
But, there's nothing to hide from him. It's more like either way they'll find a way to like, talk shit about me. And I just don't want him to go through that.
But it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
You could not want a lot of things for your son, but it's not so much that you want, that you're expecting to happen, but he has to be prepared for if it does happen. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. That's my life motto. Write that down. Get it tatted on your chest.
Facts.
Because, yeah, again, and we grew up in the beginning stages of online bullying. Like, I had no family members who got it even worse. And it's just now, like back in the day, I couldn't have a cell phone out in school or I get a Saturday school. Now, kids just walk around with like everything. They don't get, like, you can't stop it. And you also can't stop the access to what they have to, like, to the access they have. Even though you think you do, you don't. someone's gonna find a way around it, or someone's parent doesn't care. They have complete access over like free will over the phone. I'm like, oh, this is your mom, like. But if you don't accept it, and he's not gonna accept it, then it's, again, that's where that blind side comes in. Not so much that you guys, oh, he knows, of course he knows about you, but you also have to be accepting of it for him. So when when that does come up, and be like, dog, come on, that's not even.
So we should sit there together and look at my bikini pictures.
No, but just like, I think like, I don't know, I don't, and then hey, this is where it gets tough, because this is where I'm out of my depths. I don't know.
Right.
I don't, but actually not really, because like there was times like when I used to go to the strip club on Thursdays, I would block my niece. Like I would block her from being able to see my stories. And she'd be like, why? And then I went, but then it's like, okay. And then she got a little older, and it's just like, you know what? Hey, this is what I'm doing. Like, it's not, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's not, but it's like, hey, this is how I make my money doing this. I had to promote this because this is how I make my money. And it's just like, oh, okay, cool. And then like, so now no one can be like, oh, your uncle, your Nino, he's always at strip clubs. He's just nasty. And then it's just like, yeah, well, he's getting paid though. Like, it's just preparing them. And you don't know how you're going to prepare them, it's just preparing them. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the first part would just be accepting. So sorry if I ever, because who was it? Also the other day, someone said, do you work in the radio? Oh, it was the Pa Calle, where he was like, oh, you work in the radio. And I said, if you go back to that episode, he said, oh, you work for the radio. And I told him, no. I told him I didn't. Like, if you go back to that episode, I said, oh, él trabaja para, él es DJ.
Oh,
like,
the vlog.
And the vlog.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, you work for the radio. And I said, no. Like, that was my natural, no, I don't. That's not me. And I look like an ass.
Like you start putting me on, I'm gonna start putting you on blast then.
Yeah, but that's
Get you out of
different. You DJ. It's like, oh, you play the music. Ponme esta canción.
Yeah,
like, it's cool.
But even as a DJ, it's always like, oh, where do you DJ? Oh, do you get bottle service? Oh, do you get people in free? Oh, have you ever met any famous artists? Oh, you DJ on the radio? And then that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
You're always going to get that, oh, dog, no, I got work for us, bro. No. And it's just like, yeah, cool. And you just learn how to like kind of filter it to see what's.
Yeah,
I just don't want to be judged.
You're always going to be judged, whether or
no
not.
What? Like, you could literally have the most like mundane, normal, regular job. I'm not gonna say which profession, I don't want to offend anybody, but you just have this most regular.
I don't think they will though. Like, I've seen everybody hang out, and not that they're judgy people. I just don't want to be judged. I know I'm not a normal person. I know I'm not a normal mom. I know I don't have a normal job. I fucking put my ass on Instagram sometimes.
You're a 32-year-old mom hanging around.
33.
33-year-old mom, try to help. 33-year-old mom hanging around like 40, 45-year-old parents. Like, of course they're going to judge.
And who cares?
And the first judgment's not even going to be about you currently. It's going to be like, oh, she had this baby young. She's a teenage mom.
And I'm not saying that they're all judgy. I'm just saying that I have a lot more to judge.
Just like high school kids are the worst, high school parents are even worser. Worser. Because they are. And I've been around and it's like, damn, like, oh, did you hear that? Did you hear this? Like,
and they all talk and they all hang out.
You can't spend your career putting yourself out there and then get upset when it comes back to you.
I wanted to get back to me, just not at my kid's school.
But it's, you're fucking big on TikTok. That's like the most used social media outlet.
Unless you decide to send your kids to fucking Zimbabwe University.
That should probably hit there too.
No, but you're right. This definitely should be a conversation with my kid because he is going into high school. And if they told him, your mom just like a hooker in middle school, imagine what they're going to tell him in high school, you know?
Don't stop ghosting parents because they recognize you. That's weird. That's weird.
Yeah. Hey, I know you. No, you don't. You just running away. Like, what?
I did. I just didn't respond to her.
Respond to her.
But it's because she knows who I am.
Matter of fact, come on in. No, I'm kidding.
She knows who I am, and I feel so bad. Like,
you lied and ghosted her.
And I know I did.
But guys are bad.
And then we went to the other place, and the lady's like, the other mom's like, have you hit her up? Like, she sent messages for the birthday party. I'm like, oh no, I have to send her a message.
Damn, and what's even more fucked up about that is you're depriving your kid of a possible great friend. All because of your selfishness.
They'll still be friends in school. They just don't need play dates.
Hell no. Hey, how come you didn't come to my birthday? How come you didn't invite me? I did invite you. And then it's like,
they
Mom,
don't
you
have that
did this for
conversation
me?
yet.
Are you kidding me? You think they don't?
By next year, he'll move schools. Who cares?
Sure, keep thinking that.
Fucking selfish ass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull this clip and send it to all the parents.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to give a special shout out to Juan Pollo in Covina. Un aplauso for Juan Pollo.
Why?
So on
I'll say for what? Because I ain't got no chicken in my hand.
no got
Continue,
pollo.
please. ¿Y mi pollo?
Okay, so
Pay
for
for this?
Halloween, I couldn't find my ID. Do you remember I told you guys I couldn't find my driver's license? And it's been since Halloween. I went into the club with my passport. Couldn't find my driver's license. I don't know where it was at. I always misplace things, so I thought I'd find it, whatever. Fast forward to Saturday. I go to the mailbox and I see a letter from Juan Pollo in Covina. And I'm like...
She opens it.
Stop.
I said, Juan Pollo in Covina. I was just there 2.5, 3 weeks ago. I bought the family pack con ensalada de papa, la salsa super spicy y las tortillas de harina. Ding. So anyway,
Juan Pollo. Spicy have Juan Pollo? Bro, Max.
fucking fire. So anyway, I was like, why are they sending stuff? That's so weird. They know who I am.
Here we go.
Listen. Why is Juan Pollo? Wouldn't you be fucking freaked out if Juan
I'd be
Pollo
kinda
sent you a
gassed on
letter?
I
that
was like,
shit.
oh shit, I got that from Juan
Sponsorship.
Pollo.
Said it was a written like envelope. You know what I mean? Like the old school Melissa Rios.
Chicken scratches everywhere.
And it said Juan Pollo in Covina. It was fucking weird. And I was like, I open it and there is a white piece of paper. I pull out the white. I'm like, what is happening? And I pull out the white piece of paper and it's my driver's license in there. Un aplauso. I must have dropped it. And they took the time out of their amazing day to send it back to me.
Kids just dropped it off. 2 weeks.
Yeah, but they didn't have to go buy a post, ¿cómo se dice? Una estampilla.
Postage.
They mailed it. That was awesome. They didn't have to do that. And now I got my license back. So shout out to Juan Pollo, although they're not an endorser.
Yeah, and it's not Juan Pollo. It's the Good Samaritans that work for Juan Pollo.
Yeah.
Like, this big old chicken that just come out of the sky.
It wasn't Juan?
Juan El Pollo.
So what was your second topic, Juju?
No, I did it too. Rancho Humilde and... What did we talk about to start? Oh, your bad knee.
That was my topic. My knee is my
it was
topic.
about you, but it was my topic.
No.
I brought it up.
No, you didn't.
I extended it.
I brought it up.
How's it going? Oh, my knee kind of hurts. Oh, that's crazy. You should go da-da-da. And I started giving you medical advice. Not a professional. Don't listen to me like that. But that was my, what topics did you brought up? Besides ruining your kid's life?
The whole thing. The whole show. That's me. Oh yeah, before we go,
Whole show, huh?
I just want to show you guys this.
Dang, she said she wasn't going to do it. And that's why she goes back to the gym, guys.
Can you see? I just wanted to show you guys real quick. You know how last week I was talking about my children not having any self-control?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything. I just want you to know that it was not me who ate this. It was not Vinny. And it was not Juju.
I don't know why you had to pause so much in between. That's
And usually you go Juju first.
Yeah,
Then me.
that's crazy.
I gave myself
That's
first. I said it
crazy.
wasn't me. I put myself out there first.
That it wasn't you. Nah, screw that. I'm not getting blamed for this. That was her husband. Her husband did that. This is stupid. We're fucking
Last
hiding
week
You
this.
just put him out there like that?
Whatever. Because then they're not gonna be like, oh, that was Juju.
I said very clearly it wasn't any of us.
Nah, it was her husband.
Hey,
That's
Juju.
crazy. And the whole banana thing, the way that became a hot topic, guys, way more problems in this world than bananas. So
Happy episode number 20th. Zero fucking self-control. I'm gonna go crazy. What, do you have something to say about this? Do you have an excuse?
Yeah.
Let him eat it. Let him eat it.
Listen.
You hate how simple we are.
As quick as I am to throw him under the bus, I'm also quick to defend him. He fought for us across the seas. He was in Fallujah, where they didn't have no candy. Melissa?
¿Qué cosa Fallujah?
It's a place in the Middle East. They didn't have candy like that. He stared death in the eye. He is a patriot.
He had cranky. What the fuck is cranky? I've never seen these in my life.
Maybe that like
What's kaji? What's kaji?
I don't know. You ate it. No?
yeah.
What's classic kaji?
It's classic.
It says classic kaji.
I mean that's your neighbor's dog. I don't know. But anyways,
What language is this?
I'm not gonna even try to guess what language that is because it's German.
Huh.
Feinste Schwisser? Skulenden war. Delicious.
You sound like the guy from Beer Fest.
Delicious. Oh, delicious. Got rich chocolate Suisse. Oh, it's Swiss. It's a Swiss candy.
Are you
Not
sure?
German.
Oh, you're kind.
Let's look it up.
Guys, it says Swiss it right there. But sure, look it up. Don't believe me. Let the internet tell you what to believe. Sheep.
Story of her life.
Kaji?
You spelled it wrong.
Me? No.
Kagi, and then it has the two little dots. I don't know what they're called up there.
It's a chocolate covered wafer.
Yeah, we figured that out.
Eastern region in Switzerland.
Thank you. Danke. Oh, no, that's German too. I don't know how you
right,
say
guys.
thank you in Swiss. Oh, actually, the Swiss
Okay.
speak German.
I'm going to just sit here. You guys can go. I'm just going to sit here and count how many.
What's crazy is she thinks she has something on her husband. I'm like, oh, you ate less candy. Like, I don't care. I'll do it again.
8, 9, 10.
Your husband's going to be like, do you know who didn't get to eat all that candy? Osama bin Laden. Why? Because we got him. He's a hero. National hero.
He had
respect.
banditas. Banditas.
Hey, we need to go to your neighbors and talk like, yo, where are you guys getting this candy from?
Mexico. Banditas come from Mexico. Well, actually, pandas come from.
And that's how we leave this.
We're gonna cut it here, right?
joke. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Bye,
could
guys.
have cut it a long
Thank
time
you, guys.
ago. Cranky.
STL Pros.
Crankies dice que they're from Mexico.